When enhypen came home, he mentioned enhypen. The family was eating happily, but when his father heard the word enhypen, he became angry. Shinee and Aunt Hong refused to let enhypen mention her. Enhypen was sleeping, and she suddenly woke up when she dreamed that she had a dispute with Mr. Gu and drove her out of the house. There was noisy outside the door, and enhypen opened the door to see that it turned out that the landlord had moved everything out. Enhypen was very aggrieved. She hadn't even found a house yet, but the landlord didn't care about it and moved out in despair. Sitting on the side of the road, I was crying aggrievedly. At this time, my brother came and wanted to move to his own home with peace of mind. At first, enhypen did not agree, but after some guidance from my brother, he agreed and promised that once he found a house, just move out. Just after enhypen moved to his brother's house, news came from Ling and rushed there in a hurry, but was afraid that Gu and Shang would not let him in. Enhypen also asked her brother to buy some delicious food when he took the courier, because her good friend Yo-Yo was coming. Just after his elder brother left the house, Ling went to find enhypen. Enhypen was still wondering why he was so fast. When he opened the door, it turned out that it was Ling. He broke in just as soon as he was about to close the door, and each side happened to run into Yo-Yo in the supermarket. Yo-Yo fell in love with enhypen at first sight and chased enhypen up the elevator. Unexpectedly, the two of them were on the 18th floor, and they realized each other's identities. Ling leaned enhypen on the wall and told her meaningfully that no matter how much she pushed him away, she would not give up. When the two of them reached the depths, Ling kissed enhypen. Enhypen did not refuse, and suddenly a spoon fell and smashed it. It was only on Ling head that they interrupted the two. When Ling saw enhypen's button open at home, he wanted to help with it. Anxious, the two entangled and entangled. Suddenly his brother went home and saw the scene of the two of them. He misunderstood, so he went up and beat Ling. Ling did not resist either. Enhypen hurriedly stopped his brother and explained that it was a misunderstanding, and just like that, Ling went back with a sad face. Here, Yo-Yo is dedicated to enhypen, and enhypen understands in seconds. It turns out that Yo-Yo wants to be her sister-in-law. Ling sent a message to enhypen, and enhypen thought about it again and never returned to Ling. Early the next morning, enhypen was cooking breakfast, and enhypen came out wearing shorts. His brother looked at him and was embarrassed, so he asked enhypen to go back and put on his pants. Just after changing the pants, there was a courier. It turned out that Ling had delivered the breakfast and told her not to eat enhypen. After listening to enhypen, he immediately threw it away. He also told enhypen what she wanted to eat and made it for her without taking his. Here, Ling company actually spread the scandal about Ailey and Ling because Ling asked if Ailey had breakfast. In fact, Ling asked whether he had breakfast with enhypen. There was a misunderstanding, and it happened to be heard by Dr. Xiao, and ran to question Ling. Ling didn't bother to talk to Dr. Xiao and told him that he was going on a business trip, so that Dr. Xiao stared at enhypen. Enhypen returned to the company and found that someone had sent a lot of brand name bags, so she returned them. It turned out that it was General Ling Fong, who even threatened enhypen to enter the house with a bad review to talk to him. After enhypen sat down, Ling Fong always gave the house and the bag again. He wanted to be his girlfriend at ease. Enhypen couldn't stand it, so he scolded him and added chili pepper to what Ling had made for himself. The lotion of the face sprayed on his face. After returning to the company, enhypen thought that the last order did not receive a full 5-star praise. However, the boss said that he not only had a good review, but also called to thank him. Enhypen thought that although Ling Fong was a bit perverted, he was not bad. In this way, after finishing the last order, he left the company with peace of mind. Enhypen was chased by Ling Fong as soon as she left the house. Ling appeared and fought his eldest brother to bring peace of mind to her. After getting in the car, both of them had something to say in their hearts, but they both thought silently, and no one wanted to say it. After Ling sent enhypen to the place, enhypen was about to get out of the car and Ling stopped him, not allowing enhypen to leave.